Groucho.
Yes?
Secret word is still the same. It's nose.
Nose.
Just before we went on the air, we selected a housewife from our studio audience, Mrs. Audrey Cooper. Her partner is a special guest, Senator Dudley LeBlanc. And here they come. Folks, come on in here and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and you'll divide $100. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Mrs. Audrey Cooper, you're the housewife, eh?
Yes, I am.
Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago.
You're married, eh?
Yes.
What sort of work does your husband do, Audrey?
Well, he's a GI. He's going to school under GI Bill.
Oh. Senator Dudley LeBlanc.
First class.
Where are you from, Dudley?
I'm from Abbeville, Louisiana.
Oh, that's a parish down in...
Almost. It covers almost the whole parish.
Uh-huh. Are you married?
Oh, yes.
Any little politicians at home with loose planks in their platforms?
Yes, 6.
You have 6 little politicians?
That's right.
Are you sure of that?
Positive.
You demanded a recount, eh? How did you meet your husband, Mrs. Cooper?
Oh, I met him in San Diego. He was in the Navy.
No, I didn't mean where. I meant how.
How? Well, I was working as a waitress on Liberty nights, trying to pay for a fur coat.
And was the coat in the restaurant?
No, you're confusing me.
How can you say that?
I was selling spaghetti.
You were selling spaghetti in a fur coat?
He came in the restaurant.
Well, did you have that kind of a job in the service that you could quit and serve spaghetti, too?
Oh, I only did that in the evenings.
Oh.
I was on duty all day, and at night I would serve spaghetti.
This is a kind of a cock and bull story, isn't it, Senator? You don't believe a word of this, do you?
Oh, I believe the little lady, yes, sir.
You do, huh? See how easily the Southern chivalry emits itself? Remember, you're a married man, Senator. Take it easy there.
Right, but my wife is not here.
Her husband is still down there fattening up on that spaghetti, so you're pretty safe.
Right.
How long have you been a senator?
10 years.
Well, what are you doing here? Why aren't you in Washington?
I never go to Washington.
You're a senator, all right.
Well, Mr. Marx,
Well, how come you don't spend any time in Washington?
Because I'm a state senator from Louisiana.
How did you ever get started in politics, Senator? Did you have a bunch of guitar players and hula dancers along like Pappy O'Donnell passed the biscuits?
No, I didn't believe in that kind of stuff. I hired a big jazz band, and I went out, and I made 112 speeches, and only 2 of them in English.
You made 112 speeches and only 2 of them were in English?
That's right.
No wonder you were elected. Nobody knew what you were talking about. Well, if you didn't speak English, what language were you declaiming in?
Well, you know, in South Louisiana, we have probably 500,000 people who speak French, and I'll say, conservatively speaking, over 100,000 don't even understand English.
It's like Quebec, huh?
Or Montreal.
I see. Huh? Well, could you give us a sample of a campaign speech in French? I speak it very well, you know.
Bien. Il y avait un petit jeune homme, une fois, il est venu auprès d'un barbershop et il voulait se faire raser. Il a attaché son mulet et il a montré quand le barbier a commencé à y passer de la savonnure sur la figure. Il dit, si tu veux, il dit, je vais te barguiner mon mulet pour ton rasoir. Le barbier dit, mais comment ça peut se faire? Mais il dit, ton rasoir a le plus fort que mon mulet.
That's a mighty fine speech, Senator. I understood every word. Did you really promise the voters all that?
Oh, no, but listen, this was a French joke. This is not a speech. I told you.
Well, that was a very funny joke. Now, what was it in English?
Well, it was a young man who came to a country lad, came to the town one day, and he hitched his mule in front of the barber shop, and he went in and wanted to shave. So after the barber lathered his face, he told the barber started shaving. He says, wait a minute, he says to the barber. He says, if you want to, he says, I'll trade you my mule for your razor. The barber says, how can you give me this mule for this rough razor? So the young man says, well, your razor pulls more than my mule.
And on jokes like that, you got elected?
Oh, you bet your life.
You know any jokes about a kangaroo?
No, I don't know any jokes about a kangaroo.
Don't you even know the old one about the mother kangaroo who spanked her little boy for eating crackers in bed?
No, I've never heard that.
Wait till the postman finds out what he missed, eh? He'll be tickled to death, eh? Now, Audrey, you've been listening to the senator here. Do you think you'd vote for him?
Oh, yes, I think I would.
Would you accept this woman's vote?
Oh, I'd be tickled to death.
That's a Louisiana senator for you. He'll take anybody's vote, even a vote that's cast in California. Gertrude, do you know who your state senator is?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Senator, what do you think of a voter who doesn't know who her senator is?
Well, it's not necessarily her fault. There must be something wrong with him because everybody in Louisiana knows who I am.
Well, Senator, do you have any particular political philosophy?
Well, as such, I advocate the cause of the oppressed, the downtrodden, the farmers, and the working man, the Democrats, and the Republicans, and so forth.
Well, do you believe in soaking the rich?
Yes, I've always been a poor boy myself, and I've always advocated the idea of helping the poor and soaking the rich and make those able to pay the taxes.
Well, do you still believe in that?
Oh, I tell you.
Do you still believe in that, Senator?
Oh, I tell you, not so much now.
Well, what caused this sudden change in your political philosophy?
Well, you know, last year I made $5 million.
How did you manage to make $5 million in 1 year, Senator?
Well, you know, I own the LeBlanc Corporation, the maker that makes Hadacol. We manufacture Hadacol.
Hadacol, what's that good for?
Well, it was good for $5 million for me last year.
And that's good enough for me. Well, I've learned a lot about Louisiana politics tonight. Now, let's see if you two can earn the chance at the $3,000. By the way, Senator, what are you going to do with this money if you should happen to win it? You can't keep it anyway. Do you have a special place for it?
Yeah, if I should win this money tonight, I want you to know that I'm going to double what I win and give it to Irene Dunn's St. John Hospital Gill.
Well, that's a wonderful thing, Senator. With that kind of an objective, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people rooting for you out here.
The engaged couple is still leading with $234.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected initials of railroads. Now, you've done a lot of traveling. You ought to be pretty good at this. Here's your first question. How much of the 20 you going to go for? Now, you and Gertrude, talk it over, Senator. Now,
We've decided, I believe, to 10, huh?
Oh.
Just 10.
Oh.
First question.
All right. What railroad is identified by the initials UP?
Union Pacific.
Union Pacific is right.
And you're off to a good start. You have $30.
Remember, you're going for $3,000 tonight. How much of the 30 are you going to bet?
What do you say?
25.
No, bet 20. It'll keep us 10. I'd be willing to gamble it all, yeah.
Oh, not all of it.
For a
no.
guy that's loaded, he's certainly conservative. All right. What railroad is identified, Tony? What railroad is identified by the initials AT and SF?
Atchison,
Atchison,
and Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe.
Now you have $50.
Oh, the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. Woo, woo. Here's your third question. How much you going to bet?
Bet it all this time. We're going to shoot.
We better say 5.
5.
All right, you're betting $45. What railroad is identified by the initials NYC?
New York.
New York Central is right.
Now you're trying for $95.
$95 is your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 95?
You wouldn't tell me what the other couple made.
No, we can't disclose that. It wouldn't be fair to them.
Well, bet $90.
All right, we'll see.
Okay, you're going to shoot the 90, eh? What railroad is identified by the initials B and O?
Baltimore and Ohio.
Baltimore and Ohio.
And you wind up with $185, and that means the engaged couple with $234 get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $3,000 question.
Well, you can give me your 90, Senator.
Okay.
See you a little later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Great pleasure to have appeared here. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Gertrude. Audrey.